February's Clarity Spotlight. This month's example is from a self-paced classroom. Sarah Shepard has changed the way students learn in physical science. Her physical science class has 8 steps. Each step has its own learning intention with a set of success criteria. On the screen, you'll see that each of her steps has a self-assessment form where students fill this out at the beginning of the step and at the end to show what they know prior and what they've learned after completing each step. Each of these steps are up here on this bulletin board. You can see that we have some visible learning happening here. Each of these little icons here, these little figurines, students picked out individually, and this allows them to track their progress as they go from each step. Students cannot move on until they've mastered this step. Here you can see how they track their progress along the way. During each step, they're going to discover the material, explore and extend their knowledge with the material. They might have 1 or 2 exit tickets, and then of course the assessment at the end. Again, students can't move on until they've mastered the assessment. Students track each step that they're on, and Sarah then goes around and provides one-on-one or small group support. Sarah's noticed that students on their exams are no longer just regurgitating the notes that she has done when she taught before with whole group. Students are now collaboratively working together by choice. They have some visible tracking, and each student is being held accountable for their learning. I sat down with Sarah and asked her about some of the pros with the self-paced classroom since this is new this quarter, and here's what she said so far. Students have background knowledge needed for the next step. Students use resources to their discretion to learn and show mastery. What this means is that some students might not need to go through all the discover, explore, and extend activities. They may choose to use an exit ticket to show her that they know it already, and that way they can just move through that step at a quicker pace than maybe other students. If students don't master it, they have to relearn in order to take the test again and master the test. She's found that students are now advocating for themselves in their learning process. For example, if the resource Sarah's provided is not helping with their understanding, they may ask for a different resource and Sarah provides it. During whole group discussion before, when a student had a social emotional need, the whole class would be interrupted. And now with the self-paced classroom, she's able to individually help those students with social emotional needs individually. And then students get daily feedback. She has to grade things quickly so they know if they've passed and can move on to the next step. For more information about the student-paced classroom and clarity in Sarah Shepard's classroom, please email her or myself and we can help you understand it more or answer your questions. And she's also available during 4th hour SFIT TFIT time.